It's a start of another week. A very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Monday, the 11th of May, 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from Television Centre here in Bracknell in Royal Berkshire, gang. A cold morning. Oh my God, that wind was biting today. Biting, cold and very windy. The whole night, very windy. It's even still very windy now, actually. Which upsets me, really, because I'm surrounded by tall pine trees here. The wooden, what are they called now? Cones. I get cones drop all over the garden. I'm forever picking them up. Well, I can't leave them there. No, dear. Unsightly. A little bit like most of the people watching this show today. Unsightly. A lot of you I see haven't even bothered to dress up, have you? Well, I can't believe it. Some people are watching in bed. Some people are sitting there in tatty old tracksuit bottoms and... Oh, dear. Can you not dress up? I dress up for you, don't I? Why won't you dress up for me? Is it too much to ask? There's one bloke today, he's got a pair of... I can see you sitting in there in a pair of pants, dear, which look like they last washed about 2 years ago. Grey pants that were once white. Disgusting. Unlike the white snow that's falling in Scotland overnight. Unbelievable. Look, parts of Scotland... You remember that weather we had last week? Parts of Scotland were white this morning as winter made a comeback despite it being May. People in the Highlands woke up to a beautiful part of the world. Oh, if you live in the Highlands, you are so lucky. As long as you're not in a town, you know. People in the Highlands woke up to a blanket of snow with icy roads and frosted fields. Frosties. When's the last time I had Frosties? Oh, delicious. How much sugar in those? God's sake, man. Traffic in between Inverness and Aviemore ploughed through the conditions. Ploughed it. Plough me. Ploughed through the conditions. Snow-covered cars, while lambs gamboled. What is gamboled? Gamboled in freezing fields near Tomintoul. Never heard of it. It's also covered a place near Nethy Bridge. So, I mean, if you're in Scotland, you will have seen snow. I hate snow. Can't bear it. Horrible, nasty, cold stuff. Vile stuff, snow. Awful. Anyway, that's what's happening. We've got the raffle of the week coming up soon, gang. All right? The raffle of the week. Here is the prize, as ever, on a Monday morning. I never let you down. Someone will win that today, gang. Someone will win that on the show today. Okay, that's all coming up. I've already been out, actually. I've already been out this morning, believe it or not. Woke up at 6 o'clock. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock, right? That's because I was flicking through TikTok videos. Yeah, again. Searching for another last piece of entertainment before I close my eyes. So I went about, I suppose I got to sleep about 2. I woke up at 3 for a wee. I woke up at 5 for a wee. Then I woke up again at 6. And I thought, oh, God. And I put the telly on. I thought, well, I just watched the telly for a while. Then I made the mistake of picking up the phone. What did I look at? TikTok videos. We're addicted. The nation is addicted to TikTok. TikTok. That's what's going on. And I think round about 6:20 to 7, I thought, oh, I might as well get up. So I got up. Had my breakfast, porridge and blueberries today. Copious amounts of tea. Great big pot I have. Huge. But it's that pot does like about 2 of those. 2 and a bit. So I had that and I thought, well, it's too early to do a show now. Who's going to be up at 7:30 in the... I could have got going at 7:30 in the morning. Seriously. I could have easily had a show on at 7:30 in the morning. I thought no one's going to be around then at that time. So I thought I'd go down the post office delivery box. Last night, after I finished the show, we did a bingo last night. That went nicely. And it's running very smoothly now, the bingo. And the reason it's running smoothly is because the people who aren't there when they win now come off the list. Okay? So it doesn't get clogged up. I think it happened once last night. And so that person has now come off the list and someone else has taken his place. So what's happening now, when we're playing the bingo, everyone's there. The people that really want to play and are there every week are there. And only once last night someone didn't turn up and then we carried on playing until someone won. But it's running much, much more smoothly now. I have to say, since that started happening. So if you are on the bingo list and you've won, you may not get tickets next week. Okay, that's how it works. Just be warned at that. You know, because it's got to run smoothly, otherwise it's just awful. When there's like 2 or 3 people and they're not there, and we wait and we wait and we wait, and it just goes on too much. It's running really smoothly at the moment, so very pleased with the bingo. Tomorrow night, of course, we've got our quiz. Haven't put that together yet. I usually got that together by now. I haven't quite put that together yet, but we've got the quiz tomorrow night. That's at 8 o'clock on this channel as well. So as I say, this morning, last night the prizes were won. As soon as I finished the show, went downstairs, had my dinner, beans on toast again. I love the baked beans, And then I came back up here, put all your stuff in envelopes, and printed out most of it's stamps. You know, stamps go on it, but the clock, someone won the clock last night. Roy ran the clock last night. Roy Brownlow ran the clock last night. So you get the postage online, you see, and you just print it off. You print it off, and then you stick it on the thing, and then that's it. Don't have to go into a post office. What's that noise? I keep hearing banging noises. Probably someone doing some work downstairs or something. Hang on, I heard it again. Is it me? I think it's me. It's me doing something in here. Is it? Yeah, it's someone doing some work. I can hear a little bit of banging going on there. So you go on the thing and you pay for it, and then you print off the piece of paper, stick it on the front, and then that's it. You just drop it in. Don't have to go to a post office even. No. And that's what I did this morning. I could quite easily just walk to the post office and back again and dropped it in there. But to avoid people, you know what I'm like, I thought I'd take a cycle down to the sorting office. Because there, they've got one of those post box. They've got a normal post box. So in goes... I shall remember from memory now. In went something for Rachel, a hat. Something for Jason Hughes. Jason Hughes, a key ring. Something for Alan Wainwright, a pen. So that went in the normal post box. But next to it, they've got this like larger post box, and it's got a drawer, right? And you pull down this metal thing. It's like kind of like that is, and you drop a parcel in there, small, medium. I don't know if you get a large one in there. You might do, and you just drop it in there, close it, and that's it, done. How blooming marvellous is that? So that's what I did this morning. About 7:30, I got on my bike. 7:45, got on my bike, cycled down to the sorting office. Not many cars on the road. It has to be said, it wasn't like busy. Like I've seen some of the pictures of London this morning. Oh dear. Oh dear. There's going to be a second wave, I'm telling you now. Mark my words. Mark my words, there'll be a second wave worse than this one, because now people are becoming complacent. Don't become complacent about that virus. All right? Anyway, it's about half an hour down to the sorting office. Post my letters in there. There's a couple of blokes hanging around, British Gas type people, you know, all in their uniforms and that. And posted my stuff, put the stuff in the drawer and came back again. Wickes was just opening. There was no queue outside Wickes. I cycled past Morrison's. That was open. No queue outside there. The Co-op, no queue. That's the time to go. These people that lay in bed until 10 o'clock in the blooming morning. Oh, I think we're going shopping now. And they're queuing there for half an hour. An hour? Or I don't know how long it takes to queue to get into the Audi down the road there. They must be there for an hour sometimes, waiting in that queue. Goes right the way down to the doctor's surgery. Oh, of course you don't know it around here. Stupid me. Apologise. I'll explain a bit better. So if Audi's there, right, then you've got the Chinese takeaway. The Chinese takeaway's there. Then you've got the betting shop. Then you've got the chemist. Then you've got the dry cleaners, run very well by the delightful Mrs. Pat Val. Next to the dry cleaners is the newsagent. Okay, that's where it ends. Then there's a post box, then there's a car park. On the other side of the road, there's offices there, and way past the offices is the doctor's surgery. And I've seen that queue trying to get into the Audi at the doctor's surgery. They must be waiting there hours. Why? Because they're too bone lazy to get up out of bed early enough to get there and avoid the queue. That's why. Oh, but you don't understand people's situations. Maybe they can't get up that early. Well, it's their fault then. Their problem, not mine. They could go at night time. That's when I go. I go to Aldi at night time if I go. 8:30. 9:30 actually. 9:30. 3 people in there. Never a queue. So hardly anyone goes in. Oh, can't go out after 6 o'clock at night. I've already been up a whole hour. Aren't they? I did go in another supermarket after Saturday's show, actually. Saturday, after I finished the show on Saturday morning, I thought I'd take a cycle down to Crowthorne, which is it's much nearer than some of the bike rides I've been doing. I thought I'll knock the very, very long bike rides on the head for a while. I mean, I say that, as I say to the delivery office, sorting office, it's half hour there and half hour back. That's a decent bike ride, isn't it? What's that, about 6 miles? Something like that, I would imagine. Well, I've been doing 20-mile bike rides, haven't I? Oh, my bum. Killing me on that saddle. My mate says, have you got a comfort saddle? And I remember buying one of those years ago, and it didn't really make much difference. So, no, I haven't. I mean, it's quite soft and supple. That's just my bum, not the saddle. I mean, it's soft and supple. So I thought I'd take a trip down to Crowthorne and have a look around there. I wanted to have a look at some electric bikes. Oh, yes, dear. I wanted to just looking in the window. I have no intention of going in the shop. Anyway, so I jumped on my bike on a Saturday shortly after the show, went down to Crowthorne, and there was a few people out there milling around in the streets, and they have a Lidl there. And I went past Lidl and I noted there was no queue trying to get in Lidl. So this would have been, surprisingly, at about 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I kid you not. Kid you not. So I went into the... I carried on past Lidl, noting this, and I had my money with me as well. I had a wallet with about 20 quid in it. I carried on down there. I thought, I'll have a look in the cycle shop. Well, I went past the co-op. No one standing outside the co-op. Got down to the bike shop. 6 people queuing to get in. How funny is that? No one in the food shops. They were all queuing outside this bike shop. And they didn't have bikes with them. They didn't look like they were bringing in something for repair. Berkshire Cycles it is. Although they're a very bad website, I've got to say. What's happened with them, Berkshire Cycles they are, you type in Berkshire Cycles, up comes a website from 2017. And I thought that's a bit odd. And a couple of weeks ago, I rang them. I said, excuse me, I'm just trying to look at your website here. It says 2017. Am I looking in the wrong place? She said, oh, yes, that's the old one. And the website is something like berkshirecycles.co.uk. Why wouldn't you change that one? So they set up another one, which is the title of which doesn't mention anything that would indicate that it is the same shop. Do you know what I mean? It's something like Turbo Cycles or something like that. I thought, well, that's weird. Anyway, so I'm going past this shop. 6 people standing there. And as I got closer, I was on the road, of course. I looked and there was a sign on the sign. Very good, very good. Only 2 people allowed in the shop at any one time. It's fantastic. Great. And people are kind of happy enough, to just stand there and wait their turn, I suppose. And then as I was going past, this girl came out. And she had I thought, it must be one of the workers. And she walked round the corner and went next door. And I noticed it said Turbo Cycles on there. So it must all be the same shop. Anyway, I am observing her with my beady eye. And I just stopped to have a little look around to see what was going on. And she came out with this bike. Wow, my God. I mean, it looked really hot, this bike. You know what I mean? Some of the chaps will know what I mean. But, we've got a hot bike. Wow, look at that. Anyway, I wait till she was out of the way, and then I kind of reversed back on the bike, which is never a good idea. You always over the way. And I looked in the shop window, and there's all these bikes. Really substantial-looking bikes. I'm not sure they were metal, actually. They were all electric in this turbo, and it must be a special section of their shop is just electric bikes. And they didn't look like they were metal. It was like a grey powdery thing. Maybe they were metal and they just had this coating on them or something like that. One of the blokes would know this. But they looked like some sort of composite plastic or something. So I'm not sure what they were. But I looked to see where I'm looking at the back of this wheel to try and see what motor they had on it. I don't know much about electric bikes. I've just been told that you want one with a Bosch motor rather than anything else. And I couldn't see this motor. And then I realised the bit where the pedals are, you know, the two pedals, that was really weird. That was really wide. Usually it's, you know, so big and you've got a pedal, you know, you've got a pedal coming out of each side. But this was really wide. It was quite fat. And I realised that the motor is actually in there. So in the middle, rather than at the back or at the front, which I thought that was quite unusual. And then I'm kind of looking at this bike and I thought, blimey, that's really well sealed. You know? You wouldn't get it'd be very unlikely to get any sort of water or moisture in this particular motor. So I'm looking. There was a few bikes in the window there. There was some mower bikes in the shop next door, but the queue was there, and I thought, oh, it's a bit close to that queue, you know. Someone sneezes in my face, goodbye, you know, that's it for me. Bye-bye. No more shows anymore. No more. You're not worried about the fact that there's no more shows. What you're worried about is the fact there's no more bingo and raffles, isn't it? That's what you're worried about. Huh? So I was very... The way these bikes looked, it looked like you would buy one and that would be the only bike you ever bought ever again. That's how good they looked. They weren't particularly colourful, I have to say. The ones in the window were all black, whether that's black or grey, whether that's the in colour at the moment, I don't know. I like bright colours, as you well know. Something like bright blue, yellow. I'd love a yellow bike, actually. I'd like a yellow bike. That would show up on the road, wouldn't it? Won't get run over on that one, my dear. Or red, green, anything like that. These were a bit black and grey, but nevertheless, that was it. So I carried on cycling down this hill, and I thought, I'll have a little bit of a tour around, you know. The beauty of this, I mean, every cloud has a silver lining. On one hand, it's just dreadful, people dying and what have you, and being running out of money. And I know many people are running out of money now, or have already run out of money, living one day to the next for your food and all that. On the other side of the coin, the silver lining in the cloud, and it's so nice and quiet to go around on a bike or on foot or whatever. I mean, I haven't taken the car out. Presumably, if you've been driving around, it must be wonderful. Not having to sit in traffic for hours on end. Oh, by the way, I've got some photos to show you today. We've got quite a lot of photos to show you today. Let's have a look there. Oh, someone sent in a super chat. Who sent a super chat there? Someone sent a super chat. Kevin James. PHP, a 60 PHP super chat. What's that, about 70 pence? Kevin, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Kevin. 60 super chat, which is about 96 pence, isn't it? Thank you very much, Kevin. Very kind of you. Unexpected. It's quite nice when it's unexpected like that, I must say. Thank you, Kevin. I must, just a second, keep an eye on that little light at the top there that comes on when that happens. Although it doesn't always come on, I must say. Well, I don't know how I missed that. Yes, I mean, the one thing is that, of course, it's so nice to cycle around quietly and not having to worry about too many people out there. So I carried on down the hill and then I turned a right into sort of houses, and the road changed from, you know, being a decent flat bit of tarmac to something that was more lots of stones on it and big holes. You have to be careful on your bike there. And I'm going around, there's lots of people, you know, just going about their business, few people cutting hedges, some people sweeping out the front. Lovely houses. Oh, like Crowthorne, I would imagine, would be an expensive place. It's not far from here. I mean, really, you're there in half an hour on a push bike. That's all. And these houses, I don't know when they were built, but they look substantial. They weren't like massive houses, but they were bigger. They were older than this, if you see what I mean. They weren't like lines of them. Each one was an individual detached house. Lovely. Lovely. And a few children, you know, playing on their little bikes and things outside, so that was nice. Then I went down the road, and unfortunately I went past the vets where one of my cats, you know, finished years ago. Tiny, the cat, you don't know her, she's a while ago now. And went down there a bit, and I thought, I wonder if there's still no queue outside Lidl. So I turned around and I came back, and no queue outside Lidl. And someone came out there with a couple of bags of shopping, and I said to them, I said, is it very busy in there? She said, no, not at all. So this is about 12:30 in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, no one in there. How wonderful is that? And, oh, by the way, yes, I've got a load of pictures to show you. 32. Let's have 24 likes to see the pictures today. 24 likes. So if you want to see the pictures today, click the thumbs up button that people have been sending in underneath your screen now. Okay, click the thumbs up or the like button. As soon as we get to 24, I'll show you the pictures that have come in over the last couple of days or so. All right. So I went back to Lidl, locked my bike up. I had my Union Jack mask, and what I do is I've got my Union Jack mask, and it's got a couple of. I'll put a couple of tissues under it and fold them and put it on like that. They get damp very quickly. It's horrible. Oh, it's awful. I hate it. I hate wearing these masks. And went into Lidl, helped myself. There's some bluebells and blueberries and bits and pieces. Walked around the shop, and blow me down. They only had in there a hedge trimmer, 20 quid. My hedge trimmer at the moment is up at the caravan, and it's starting to look very unsightly out there. And also I've got hedges in front of the satellite dish, which is kind of on the fence rather than on the roof, because that side of the house is it's too many trees, so it has to go. It's on the fence. That's the only place it could go. It would work, but I have to keep those down, otherwise they grow in front of the satellite dish, and you've only got to have the tiniest thing in front of that satellite dish, and it doesn't work. You try it at home. If you can get your satellite dish, simply put a piece of paper, literally a piece of paper, in between the satellite dish and the LNB, which is the thing at the front. So if the dish is that's the LNB. Put a piece of paper there, it'll stop working straight away. I always remember once I was sitting there watching it and suddenly it just went off. I thought, oh no, what's gone wrong with that? And I thought some sort of terrible electrical problem had happened. Eventually I went outside. A damp leaf had just blown on top of that white bit on the LNB. That was it. Wouldn't work anymore. So you can imagine, a bush growing up there as well. That's it. You've got to keep that down. But my thing's up at the caravan, and I've been humming and hawing about buying one of these, another one down here. But since it's like 60 or 70 quid, that's for a cheap one on Amazon. And I'm humming and hawing. Do I want to buy another one? Knowing full well that at some point I will be able to drive up to my caravan and bring it back down, you see. I don't want to. Well, I was in Lidl yesterday. There was one there, a cheap one, 20 quid, 19.99. That was on Saturday, I saw that. There was one left. One. And it was a cheap one, and it probably won't be as good as the one I've got up the caravan. I've got a Bosch one up there. But they're about 80 quid to buy brand new, those ones. So, but I was on my bicycle, and I already had a basket full of shopping. Right? And I thought to myself, well, I can't carry it home, because of course they're long. They don't come in bits. Those hedge cutters, they don't come in bits. They're just long like that, and a handle. And this thing would be sticking out the back of the bag, which it's not too much of a problem. But if I went over, the thing could stick in me, and that's it. Stabbed to death with my own hedge trimmer. Stabbed to death with my own hedge trimmer. How awful is that? Exactly. So I didn't buy it. And I thought, oh, shall I try again on Sunday? But I didn't go down there yesterday. But there was one left. And the trouble is with places like Aldi and Lidl, when you see these things in the middle of the store, right, that's it. Once they've gone, there's no more stock coming in. They kind of got a couple of days to do this. I know down at Aldi, they have a delivery on Thursdays and Sundays. So Thursday, you get those leaflets come out and it tells you what's going to be there on Sunday. Now, if you don't get that Sunday, there's no more coming in next week. That's it. And that's the thing. And my guess is that will have gone. Something like Pro Garden is like an unbranded name. Maybe, I'm trying to convince myself that it would have been a crap buy anyway. And within 2 cuts, it would have gone blunt or something like that, So I'll just wait till I get up to the caravan, which may now happen, as you heard on the Boris's thing yesterday. But it was all right walking around in Lidl. Everyone was kind of sticking to the route. There wasn't arrows on the floor, except when I came to the egg section. I wanted some eggs. And there they are. The tracksuits are in there, aren't they? You know the sort of people. The tracksuits are standing there blocking the aisle. And I'm waiting, And well, I'm waiting behind an elderly lady who clearly feels quite vulnerable because she's got the little mask on. Keep my distance from her. I don't want to frighten anyone like that. And she's standing there patiently, and I'm standing there. And there they are, the three fat things in tracksuits, having a whole conversation in front of the eggs. So we can't move forward. You know, why can't they see other people behind them? So rude. Now, I'll do what I want when I want, those sort of people. Terrible, really. You know, if I saw someone behind me waiting, I'd be very quick and I'd move off. No, not them. They're having a whole bleeding conversation, aren't they? Oh, always the tracksuits, dear. Anyway, so I came away from there, paid for my shopping, went out to my bike. I mean, how stupid am I, right? On the front of my bike, I've got this little holder which holds my phone, right? So if I'm going around and I've got the map on, if I don't know where I'm going, I've got a map on, Google Map. It tells you where to go, right? Then I just put it in the holder. Hadn't taken the phone out. That wouldn't have happened in blooming North London, would it? That wouldn't have still been there. It was still there in full view of everyone. It's not even hidden. The phone, it's because the iPhone, see, I bought it when I was using this phone. See? And that fits in there. Well, this one doesn't. It's too tall. So the top of it sticks out. And it's obvious that there's an iPhone sticking out of the top of this holder. Nope, it's still there 20 minutes later. That's what it is like round here. Nothing gets stolen round here. Very, very nice people round here. Is it like that where you are? Probably not. Came back here. I had heavy shopping like potatoes and tins, you know. Oh, so I've put the bike up against the pots out the front there. And if one bag's heavier than the other, I've got those panniers on the back. If one bag's heavier than the other on the back, it tends to pull the bike over. And it pulled it towards me and it scraped all my legs. Would you like to see? I know you want to see, dear. I know. Look at this. It looks like a snake or something has bit my leg here. Look, hang on a minute. Let me get my leg up there. I'm not going to get my leg up that high. Oh, let's try. There you go. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look. Look. Damage. Do you like my legs? Would you like to touch them? Would you? Would you like to touch my legs? Yeah, it looks like some animals bit me. And of course, it was all greased up. Fortunately, I've got some antiseptic spray. So I gave it a good scrub and gave it a good wash and kept washing them out. And it was enough. It was the chain that did that, the bike chain, probably the dirtiest place on there. God, so if we haven't got coronavirus, we'll probably pick some other sort of blood poisoning up now. Oh. And it did knock my leg. And when I got into bed on Saturday night, my leg was it felt a bit strange. I thought that must have been a knock that I had, but there we are. Saturday night, what a great night on television on Saturday. I laughed my way through an episode of Dad's Army that I have seen so many times. So many times. It was the episode where the German, the Nazis. I like to say I don't class all Germans are obviously not Nazis. I like to separate the two, you know. So the Nazis were there, and they'd invaded, and they'd been caught. And it was the episode where he says, "What's your name?" And Captain Mandarin says, "Don't tell him, Pike." Oh, I laughed, and I laughed through the whole of that. I loved it. I loved it. And to think younger people now don't want to watch something like that. They want to sit there watching Gemma Collins. God. That's their idol. Gemma Collins is their idol. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've said things on this show and got Twitters from people who are Gemma. Why are you so horrible about Gemma? Because she's got no talent. She's very talented. Well, what does she do then? Come on, show me what she does. There is no talent. Anyway, she's in the paper today, Gemma Collins. Oh, yes. In the Daily Mail, Gemma Collins has demanded an OBE. You'll love this. An OBE for entertaining the nation during lockdown after donating £1,000 to NHS captain Tom Moore. And credit where credit's due. If she sent him £1,000, fantastic. Well done, Gemma. Well done, Gemma. But an OBE? Don't you think I should have one for sitting here every morning? I mean, I'm on the telly more than you, my love. Perhaps I don't take up as much space on the screen, but nevertheless, I'm here more than you. I should have that OBE. In the Daily Mail, she's been keeping the British public in high spirits during lockdown, and Gemma Collins is now demanding an OBE for entertaining the nation during the pandemic. In Sunday night's finale of ITV's Diva on Lockdown, well, I didn't even know that programme existed. That's how popular that is. Didn't even know that existed. Is this a new... No, finale, so that must have been on a while, I suppose. She spoke to one of her assistants and said, I think at some point I need an OBE from the Queen, as I've entertained the nation during the coronavirus. You think the Queen wants to meet you, my dear? I don't think so. She only meets classy people. People with class. No, darling, that is not someone who's got a lot of money. You cannot buy class. You've either got it or you haven't. I mean, obviously I have. Just not the money. Did you hear that? Ding ding! That was as if one of you threw something at me to ring that, to remind me to do the raffle. I was just... That's the raffle bowl down there. She says, if you could sort something out, write into HRH and stick me up for some point, I'd be very appreciative. Make it happen, hun. Gemma then insisted that Captain Tom Moore deserves to be knighted for completing 100 laps of his garden to raise money for the NHS. The reality TV star went to donate £1,000 to his cause. So well done, Gemma. That's very good of you, darling. Very good of you. And I'm certainly not one of these people. And you see them on the Twitter. You know, Elton John, Gemma Collins, £1,000. Elton John might donate £10,000 to someone, or that who's the Microsoft bloke? Mike, I was going to say Mike Reese-Ponto. Then no, Bill Gates. Bill Gates might donate £1 million to I don't know, whatever. Okay, and there they are on Twitter, aren't they? Not grateful at all. The loony left again. Oh, I see Bill Gates has donated £1 million. He can afford so much more than that. Don't be so tight. Negative, negative, negative all the time. You know, I'm sure Gemma Collins could have donated more than £1,000, but she donated £1,000. For Christ's sake, be grateful. Miserable people. Aren't they? Awful people. Looking for people's faults all the time. You see a lot of them here on the chat box. 18 likes at the moment. We need another 6. I'm doing it on my fingers. We need another 6 likes to show you the pictures today. I've got pictures today from Mike Reese-Ponto, Mark Jones and Trevor. I sent him some lovely pictures actually of his garden. You want to see them? Hit the like button. I need 24 of those, okay? It goes on. Oh my God. Oh no. Hang on. I thought it said she sang then. Oh, thank God for that. She says, Gemma Collins says, I wonder if in years to come I'll be getting an OBE. Don't like to break it to you, Gemma, but I don't think so, darling. You're hardly virulent, are you, my love? She says she started to get emotional and cried while listening to Captain Tom and Michael Ball's rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone. Have you heard that? Have you heard that? The Captain Tom and Michael Ball's rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone. Have you heard that yet on the telly or on the radio? I can't believe it, right? I don't like to talk about people like this. You know me. I don't like to talk about people. Oh, someone sent in a super chat. Who's that now? Someone sent in a £2 super chat. One moment. £2 super chat coming in from... Where is it now? Adam the plumber. Thanks very much, Adam. So you've just sent me £2 super chat. So you get 2 tickets for the Super Chatters raffle on Thursday. There you go. 100 and 101. Thank you, Adam the plumber. Adam Plumber. There we are. Yeah, that works better, doesn't it? I can see it coming up in front of me now. There you go. Have you seen the new Super Chatters jar, by the way? Look, here it is. Look. There it is. Look. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look, I'm very pleased with this. The Super Chatters jar. There's all your tickets. Every time you send a Super Chat in, gang, for every £1 Super Chat, you'll get a Super Chatter Raffle ticket completely free of charge. And this week's Super Chat prize is that. The prize will change every week. It's one of those this week, okay? Where was I now? Gemma Collins singing. Oh, yes. I mean, I'm not being funny. And I wouldn't normally talk about people like this. But I've been listening to Captain Tom and Michael Ball's rendition of Your Never Walk Alone, right? What's happened to Michael Ball's voice? He was terribly out of tune. Did you notice? He was so out of tune, I couldn't believe it. God. Don't tell him I said that, will you? He was so out of tune. I did feel sorry for Captain Tom having to hold it together while he was listening to Michael Ball. So out of tune, it was unbelievable. Anyway, she started to get emotional and cried while listening to Captain Tom and Michael Ball, with Michael Ball singing badly out of tune on that. You'll Never Walk Alone. That was released to add to NHS donations. And he managed to raise so much money. And it's fantastic how much. 30 million, I think, was the last time I looked. The controversial star then went on and nearly offended her former Towie co-star, Fern McCann. Don't know who that is. And Dancing on Ice winner Joe Swash. I think he was in EastEnders, wasn't he? She was enraged when she was being made to introduce other celebrities while promoting her show. Poor old bag. She said, now though, it's time for a bit of a dinner date with Joe Swash. Is she trying to get hold of him now, is she? That's enough of that old story there. Oh, dear me. Dreadful. How are we doing on the likes? 36. We've got 23. One more like, and I get the old photos out for you today, gang. All right. So Dad's Army, as I say, laughed my way through that. And then after that, I watched a film that I've seen before. I went to the cinema to see it. That excellent film about Winston Churchill, Their Darkest Hour, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I think it's the first time I've sat in front of the television and not wanted... I can't be bothered to watch this for a while, to be honest. Great night's entertainment on BBC One. Missed Casualty, which I would have liked to be on perhaps after that, but maybe next time for Casualty. So there we are, Dad's Army and Darters Out. Fantastic night of entertainment on the BBC One colour. So thank you very, very much for that. 26 likes. Okay, let's get the old photos out now, boys and girls. Let's get the photographs out. First of all, a picture has arrived. Now, I'm not sure if I've showed you this already, actually, from Mike Rees-Ponto, and I'll come to some of your messages after this. Mike Rees-Ponto has sent a picture in. Check that out. Isn't that fantastic? That was, I think, for VE Day, a little place near him, obviously some sort of pub there. I love the colour scheme there, the green and kind of cream and green there. So thanks very much to Mike Rees-Ponto for sending that in. If you've got anything you want to send in, boys and girls, then please feel free to do so. There's the email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Just send it through there and I'll have a look at it and put it on the system. I can't do it instantly, okay? Has to be on the next show. Just a word of warning, George Bond, I don't know if he's with us today. You sent in a video, but there was music on it. Was it Staying Alive or something like that? I can't play that. The copyright police would have me for that. Okay, I can't do music. I had this idea of doing sort of, we could do like a talent spot where you send stuff in. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to send your karaoke stuff in because of that. Yeah, I could put it on the karaoke channel. That would be all right. Although we don't really use it for that, do we? But I wouldn't be able to put it on here. However, if you sent something in, I don't know, you read in some sort of story or a bit of poetry, nothing more than a couple of minutes long, then a video like that, perhaps something of your garden, what else? I don't know, really. Whatever. Pictures of you doing something. Maybe you're proud of something you've made, or you want to show us making something, then you could send that in. But please, no more than a couple of minutes long. All right? Just to that address there. Right, some more pictures. Mark has recently received his United Kingdom Talk face mask, which are not guaranteed against viruses or bacteria. Nevertheless, he's got one. There it is. And he's wearing that underneath his protective proper type shield thing. I don't know what you'd call that there. Virus mask thing. That looks quite substantial, doesn't it? You know. What could get past that? Do you know what I mean? And he's just using it underneath for decorative purposes, which is what it's for, really. Decorative purposes. There's quite a few of you on here today that I have to say could do with decorating your faces up a little bit. I think Mark works in care homes and places like that, so very necessary. Thanks very much for that, Mark. And finally, some pictures from Trevor of his garden. If I could just ask you, and you'll understand this when you see the pictures, when you're sending pictures in, take them like that. We can see so much more like that rather than like that. Okay? Oh, Debenhams just sent me, your car insurance will automatically renew. No, it won't. We don't do automatic renews. That's when you're scammed for extra £100. I don't think so, mate. I'll be straight on the phone to them after the show. So take your pictures like that. Because when you take it like that, you just don't see everything. You'll see the difference. Thank you very much anyway, Trevor, for sending pictures of your garden in. Here it is. See what I mean? It's a beautiful garden, but I just wish you'd taken it the other way. But thanks for sending the pictures in anyway, Trevor. See, I can't stretch that out. If I stretch that out, it looks all weird. And is that like one of those outdoor furniture things he's got there? It's a nice garden, and it's tidy. It's a lovely, tidy garden, that is. And there we are, with all lights around it. Beautiful. Love the lights, Trevor. Love the lights. But can you see the difference between that picture, perhaps, and then that one there? And it's not just your pictures. It's the same there as well, you see. We like to see more than that. I don't know why people years ago started taking pictures like that. It was just sort of a trend. But when you compare that and that, which are all great pictures, and thank you very much for sending them in, but that's better. Do you see what I mean? All right, my darlings. So there you go. Email address again, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk for sending any little bits and pieces in. Lots more stories to do for you today. Thanks very much to Peter Wright, who sends in a £2 super chat there. Thank you very much, Peter. £2 super chat there from Peter. Thank you very much. Let's just get you a couple of the free tickets for your super chats. 102 and 103. There's another one there as well, I think. Hang on a minute. 102. Peter Wright. Peter Wright. I'll do some messages after this. We could be here a long time today, I think. There you go, 102 and 103 for you there, Peter. Okay. For the super chatters, you do not need to write these numbers down. I will read you the names. It's only today's raffle you don't get the names read out anymore. All right? You have to write the numbers down. And all part of the fun. All part of the fun. I think there was another one there as well. Let's have a look. Kevin James. Thank you much, Kevin. 150. 150 Philippines. Well, what's that? 115s. 115 here in the Philippines. 150. Well, 150. That's about. And with your other one there, I reckon that's got to be worth a ticket. 150, is it? What's 150 PHP? I'm gonna have to look. I'll have to look it up. PHP2. I've got to give you the right amount of tickets, or they go mad. I'm telling you that now. If I don't give you the right amount of tickets, oh, why has he got more than me? Oh, it's pathetic. You wouldn't believe it, Kevin. You wouldn't believe it, right? So, no, that's the wrong way. PHP to GP, right? So, 150 is. Well, it's not £62. Or is it 62 pence? Is it 62 pence? Well, you put another one as well, didn't you? So I think is it 62 pence? Oh, I can't give you a ticket for 62 pence. They go mad, Kev. They will go absolutely mad. For every super chatter, we give £1. I think that's 62 pence. That one looks like 62 pence anyway. All right, my darling. But anyway, thank you very much for this for the little tip there. It's much appreciated. Right, let's have a little look at some of your emails. Hello to Clear Media TV, Clearstorm Media TV. Stuart James. Hello, yes, Stuart James. Hello, you. Yes, I know you. Just wanted to say I'm working from home, doing the malarkey, and love having you on in the background in this morning. Great to see a lovely smiley face. Oh, it's easy to do a lovely smiley face. It's easy. And I hope by smiling, the smile comes off on you sometimes as well there. All right, Stuart, nice to see you on there. Is it £2.74? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Well, you get 2 tickets then. Let's give him some tickets. Absolutely. 104 and 105 for Kevin James. Kevin James, you get 104 and 105, Kevin, all right? If you're new here today, just to explain once more, the Super Chat at raffle, that is anyone who sends a Super Chat, I'll give you a ticket for every £1 Super Chat that you send, okay? If you do a Super Chat sticker, £1.99, I'll give you 2 anyway. It's only a penny, all right? 2 stickers, £2.99, and so on and so forth. You can't actually say, can I have a raffle ticket? Okay, not allowed to do that. But if you send a Super Chat for every £1 Super Chat, I'll give you a ticket, and it goes in there for Thursday, okay? All right? Oh, right, let's have a look there. Let's just scroll up a little bit. I'll have to go on. I'll have to go down. Peter, you work that out. David Fry, hello David. Was looking at your YouTube videos. Couldn't see what year you did a chat show with your nephew Jimmy, where he surprises you turning up. Or I wouldn't be able to remember that, I'm afraid, David. Adam the plumber may well know that. If you have a word with Adam the plumber, he'll be able to see you. Roy Brownlow reckons I should have an OBE. No, I'm not bothered about OBEs. I don't need. I actually, to be honest, Roy, I don't look for awards or sort of thanks like that. I just kind of do it. Do you know what I mean? I just do it. I'm quite happy just doing it, really. Thanks for that. Jason, Gemma was spotted sunbathing on a beach. Luckily, the animal rescue were called and she was returned back to the sea. She'd make a very good Ursula, wouldn't she? Actually, when you think about it, in the Little Mermaid, she'd make a blooming good Ursula, I have to say. Bethany, 3 tracksuits, was one of them Matt Lucas, Vicky Topollard type. No, 3 of them, Beth. All 3 of them were like, it was like having 3 Vicky Pollard. It's frightening when you see them. They've all got their hair pulled back like that and like inches of makeup on. Dreadful people, dear. Chatting about medicines there. Chainsaw Massacre. I thought about a chainsaw once, actually. I have to get something to keep the fans away. It's terrible. You're just quietly out there trying to do your shopping. Dreadful. Where are we now? Did you learn to play the piano yourself? Says Rachel. I did have piano lessons from a lady called Miss Allen, and she tried to teach me music. I'm afraid it just didn't come to me, and I started listening and playing, and that's how I play, really. I can't learn music for some reason. I think you've got to really want to learn it. And if you can play it, you kind of become lazy. Oh, why do I need to learn music? I can just listen and play. I'm certainly not the best in the world, but there we are. Okay. Peter, it's the currency of the Philippines. That is the PC36, P something or whatever. Let's just scroll up. Hello to... oh, God. The moderators are obviously not here today. Let's just delete someone there. There's some idiot. He thinks I'm a dyke. I think you got the wrong sex there, Sunshine. But never mind. It's been nice knowing you. Goodbye. Get rid of that one. Hello to Terry Turner. Carbon fibre, but the bikes? Possibly they're carbon fibre those bikes are made out of. I'm not 100% sure of that. Hello to John Parrish. Greetings to John Parrish this morning. There's Andy. They might be making electric scooters legal for roads. Oof. I think if they do, it needs to be a certain age, You can't have children, and there'll be children on the road. It's bad enough now. You get some children, it's worrying really when you see little people on bikes. I say little, sort of anyone up to 16, 17-year-olds. You know what 17-year-old lads are like on the bike? I've seen them in London, and they pull up the front wheel and they're wheeling, one wheel on the through the streets of London. It's just frightening. It really is. Jason's going to stay put, not going even anywhere. Yeah. Oh, he's got a bad back there. Let's have a look. Oh, we're chatting to each other, which is good. Scrolling away there. Hello to Shania, who's been up to top up the gas and electric in town. Takes 15 minutes each way to get there. Is that on a bike, Shania? Very good, dear. Very good. Or walking. Either there. All right. Is there anything of interest there? I'm just looking up there. There we are. That's it. Right, excellent. Now let's go back down to the bottom there. Almost ready for the raffle, really. I think we're almost ready for the raffle. Peter, I try and keep people sane. I'm not sane myself, as you well know, but I am. There's a car. No, raffle not done yet. 150 Filipinos, about £2.41. Is it okay? I wonder why that says that didn't work, that translation thing on here, but thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Okie doke. One more story then. This is I'm very disappointed. In North London, they have clearly heard that one or two of us, not too far away from this seat I'm sitting on at the moment, one or two of us are putting a bit of weight in the metro this morning. A pavement in North London has been widened. Now, the excuse they're using is to help people maintain a 2-metre distance, but they won't. Waste of money. Waste of money. Camden High Street was temporarily expanded, which I'm hoping is the same case for my waist. It is temporarily expanded. Camden High Street was temporarily expanded so the public had enough room to space out. A site at the location read, "Road narrowed to allow social distancing on footway." Another notice from the Mayor of London reminded people to keep their distance while using the path. UK streets are set to get busier from tomorrow after the government updated its stay-at-home message, which you will have seen on the telly there. And what they've done, they haven't put new things. Oh, it's little. It's a black cat. Can I see the black cat there? No, because that's the place I worked at for 18 years. That's on that road. I can see little. I think it's looking down the other way towards the Camden Palais, whatever it's called, Coco's now. But what they've done, they haven't put new paving stones down. They've got the the barriers, and they've taken out a lane of traffic and put the barriers along there to make the pavement wider. But I'm looking at this. There's a couple of people standing right over there, but then there's groups of people along Camden High Street again. Wow. I'm convinced there'll be a second wave of this crap. I tell you that now, because people just kept their distance at all. Good morning to LaBelle. Hello, LaBelle there. Greetings, LaBelle. I shall be very careful, Rachel. Don't worry, darling. Very careful. Righty-ho. Let's do today's raffle, boys and girls. Here are the raffle tickets that you've been collecting all week here. All right. I'm going to get another jar. I'm very pleased with this. Very pleased indeed. I'm going to get another jar. This is our regular Monday raffle. You get a raffle ticket every time we have a show going. And they're all in here, now being whisked around. Okay. Standing by with my drum roll. Let's whisk them around a little bit more. Sometimes you can see your numbers in there. Hope you wrote your numbers down, because I'm not reading the names. We're only reading numbers now on a Monday. Okay. You need to keep hold of your numbers. And as soon as someone claims it, I'll tell you who it was. Don't claim it on the off chance, because once you've done that 3 or 4 times, I'll realise and we'll ban you from it. It's all part of the fun. Fun, fun, fun. That is my middle name, Fun. Okay? Yeah, Peter thinks there's a second wave coming. You'd be very careful out there, gang. If I was told the pubs are opening tomorrow, I wouldn't be going back to work. Sorry. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He was saying, from what I've gathered on the, and I've watched it a few times now, there's a bit of a discrepancy. Can we drive or not? I think you can. I think I would now be able to go to my caravan. I do think that. Especially as have you seen the price of the petrol? Or shall I just do that first before this? Look at the petrol price. Look, in the Daily Mirror today, Morrison's cuts petrol prices to no more than 99.7 pence a litre. Yes! Which is not much good because none of us are going anywhere. But that'd do me for going up north. I'll be able to go up there and back for like 30 quid. Brilliant. It says in the Mirror, the supermarket has become the first major chain to say no one will pay more than £1 a litre for petrol at its garages and forecourts nationwide, and others follow suit. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They've said they will reduce its petrol. 99.7 pence the maximum. It's the first time the fuel has sold for less than £1 a litre since February 2016. I'm well pleased about that. Well pleased about that. So you can guarantee Asda will quickly follow suit. Asda is usually the best ones. And there's a group of petrol up north. What are they called now? I can't remember. Apple, they're sort of quite good as well. And Tesco's. Right, let's do the raffle. Stand by, everyone. Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. Was that a bit loud? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That was a bit loud there, wasn't it? Okie doke. Here is your ticket winning number, 681. Check your numbers, gang. So what's this here? Why is that there? Oh, blimey, that's from ages ago, that one. 681. Who's got green ticket number 681? Okay, I'll just put that there and wait for someone to claim it. Claire says, we'll put just one more story on your gravestone as your epitaph. Just one more story. Just one more. Let it be just one more. Oh, we got text here. Who is this now? One moment, please. The eyes are a little bit crooked today. Have we got a claim for the raffle yet? Anyone claim that? Sorry, James. Yeah, it was far too loud, that was. My fault. Sorry about that. Where's our little text message thing? Come on. Oh, it's so slow, this. We're still... oh, there we are. Hi, Green Eyes. Just checking you were still with us. Lost my Jeanette. 2018. So glad to see you. Oh, I don't know who that is. I've no idea who that is. Can you just tell me who you are, please, my darling? Because I don't know who that is. Sorry. Really sorry about that drum roll there. Far too loud. Right, has anyone claimed that yet? No, not yet. All right, just remember that number. Ticket number 681. Green ticket number 681. Okay. Parkness, the government should reduce fuel duty on behalf. Yeah, but then where are they going to get the money from to send out to everyone else? You can't just like cut money like that. The money has to come from somewhere. Someone was saying the other day, perhaps more intelligent people with money than me will know the answer to this. Why don't they just print a load of money and hand it out? Now, I don't think that works like that, does it? Does it make the money less value doing that? I think. I'm not quite sure how that works. From what I understand, if you just keep printing money and handing it out, left, right and centre, you devalue the money so it's not worth so much. So a pound might now be worth like 20 pence, if you see what I mean. Not quite sure about that. Mick Davenport says, what a waste of time that was. Doctor won't do anything for the irregular heartbeat. I've just got to put up with the feeling like poo. I'm sorry to hear that. A Nurofen for his back pain. Oh, it's not nice back pain. Not nice back pain. Our priest has got it at the moment. He was... Don't laugh. He was doing his live stream on from church on Sunday morning. And he did say that he'll try not to yelp. He said because the pain's quite bad. It was a really holy part of the Mass, the Eucharistic prayer, if you know what that is. And it was he was doing something, and it was so quiet in there because there's no one in there. You see, we're watching this on the telly, and suddenly, I jumped out of my skin and was watching it on the telly. Oh, hello to Gary. Good morning, Gary. Morning to you. Please, mummy. Who sent in that text earlier? I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. So there we are. No one's claiming that yet? Okay. Well, I'll read the number out again tomorrow. And we'll see. Well, should we have the drum roll at a more proper level? Shall we? So there you go. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? Sorry about that. That was awful. So loud. Good. Well, we've got some raffle tickets to give out for next Monday's raffle shortly. Let me just put these in here. That's for our regular once a month thing. What's the date today? Oh, it's only... Oh, hang on a minute. When's my doctor appointment? When's that coming? When's he? Oh, it's Wednesday. Wednesday. I've got a phone in, one of those phone in things from my twice a year doctor. Rather than going in there phoning us, I think he'd just probably ask me a few questions, and they'd just send us a load of tablets in the post or something. That was better. Just sorry about that, James. I made you jump out your skin then, didn't I? I wasn't paying full attention, and bad news for me. Well, I think we know that 80% of the price of fuel is taxation. You're right. Yeah, I'm sure you're right with that figure. But where would you put it then? You can't just take the money off and not get it from... Where do you want it on? The electricity? Perhaps? Gas? Food? What do you want it on? You know, the choice is yours. Well, it's not, is it? Actually, the choice isn't yours. It's the government's. But you can't just take tax off something and not get it back elsewhere. That money has to be used for roads and social people who are unemployed. Where do you think the money comes from? Huh? Elderly people's pensions, all these things. That's what they need taxes for. Fixing things, you know. And then there's the MPs on their vast salaries. The money has to come from somewhere. I turned it up for the bingo shot. Yes, that was someone moaning, wasn't it? That I was a bit quiet last night. Who was that? Was that you? Oh, Mick's got sciatica down back and both legs. Oh, I know what that feels like. No, I don't. That's a lie. I had it in the calf of one of my legs once, and it doesn't matter how you move it, you just cannot get out of that pain, can you? Awful. So that's good news on the petrol. We'll see what Asda do there. Now, here's a story. Here's a story in the Sun today. Now, I don't know why this hasn't been happening for years. I'll be honest with you. I think it's an excellent idea. And it could be extended further than not just schools. Here we go. Teachers have said that children should be sprayed front and back with disinfectant. What an excellent idea, because they're dirty. I'm sorry, children are dirty little creatures. Dirty little, covered in bacteria and viruses and feces all over their hands. Very dangerous. Keep away from all children. I've always said, you know, children in swimming pools, I'm sorry, they should be first put into a sealed plastic bag and then placed in the water so as not to infect anyone else with their viruses. What? Some teacher has come out with this wonderful idea. Children should be sprayed front and back with disinfectant outside the school gates, as they reacted with alarm to the Prime Minister's announcement in schools could reopen in 3 weeks, which I think is a big mistake. Now, you know, I sway towards Boris, I do. But I think this, and I said this week's ago, it's coming off too quickly. It's coming off far too quickly. In a broadcast from Downing Street, you look at the graphs, they're up and down like this. They're not like that. If they were like that, I'd be thinking, well, maybe okay. But they're not. They're like this. They just won't go down permanently. In a broadcast from Downing Street last night, Boris said that a phased reopening of schools and non-essential shops in England could potentially begin from June the 1st. But they didn't say nothing was definite, you know. They will do stuff and wait and see what happens. But I love it. I love this idea of spraying children. In China, apparently, this doctor said, children stand outside the school gates and are sprayed front and back with disinfectant. Their shoes are sprayed. They wash their hands with sanitizer. They must take off their mask and replace it with a new one. I love it. I love it. He said they're doing it in China and South Korea, and they have a minuscule number of new cases. This is what needs to happen. The children need to be sprayed down. Well, why stop there? Everyone should be sprayed down. We should have security people at the top of this road here, standing by. in the masks and the gowns and everything, spraying every disgust. Because most of the people up this road, not my direct neighbours, most of the people up the road that I have to come down to get to my large, very large property here in Royal Berkshire, Audi shoppers. You know what I mean. Audi shoppers. Dreadful people. I go up there sometimes. I am sealed in a bag like what you should put the children in the swimming pool. I'm in a sealed plastic bag. Just now and again, I just pull the top up, take a gasp of breath, which is dangerous. I need oxygen tanks next. That's what we need, oxygen tanks. I think that's an excellent idea. Spraying everyone going in and out of shops and their houses. There must be something I can order so that I can stand at my front door and anyone approaches just spray, or, not just spray them when they're close. They could be like, I don't know, like 10 metres away. Some sort of far-reaching, I was going to say like a gun, not a gun as in bullets. A water, do you call it a water gun? You know those things? I know on the end of my hose, I've got this setting, I've got this spray thing, right? And it's got different things on it. So it's marvellous. Hours of fun with that. You just turn a little thing at the top, and sometimes there's lots of little holes, and you get a spray, and you turn it another way, and this thing comes out like that. And then you turn it this way, and you fire it, and you can get squirrels with that. Well, actually you can't, they're too fast. You know when it's squirrels, and you see them, don't you? You see them sitting on a branch on a tree, looking at you, wondering what to do to you. I can see them. I hate them. Grey. I had them in the loft once. Oh, what a nightmare. Grey squirrels. And there they are, eating another nut, trying to pull up my bulbs. Almost as bad as the lily beetles. I found one the other. Oh, I took a picture of a lily beetle. Did I put it on here for you? 1 minute. I don't think I did. Oh, did I forget that? I forgot to do the lily beetle picture. Sorry. Someone wanted to see what a lily beetle looked like. I have one maybe tomorrow, okay? So this thing, and you flick it, and then like a jet of water comes out. Now that would be ideal. Something like that, perhaps, but a jet of spray to go as far as the jet of single water. Yeah? And it would be disinfectant. And as you see people coming towards you, you just spray the people. Shh, back! Shh, shh, shh. Oh, they soon dry off. Don't worry about pneumonia and things like that. They soon dry off. God's sake, man. They have to remove all their shoes. Or maybe not my sister. They'd have to remove all their shoes, everything like that. Perhaps they should stand at the end naked and be sprayed down. No, because you've got to do the clothes as well, haven't you, you see? Spray them as they come. Not just children going into school. Outside Waitrose. Definitely outside Audi. Definitely. In fact, Audi, the spray wouldn't be good enough. The people going in Audi, they should be plunged, possibly into some mild acid, to kill anything that's on them. That's what needs to happen. Bugs everywhere. Very, very dangerous places. Very dangerous. All right. Kevin, at the end of your hose, tell us more. Shoot your liquid at them. That's what you've got to do. Dr. Gregory, I thought you used to shop at Audi as well, Chris. Me? Have you gone mad, dear? You need to have a lie down and a little rest. Obviously, the deprivation of sleep is affecting your mental abilities today, dear. Have I ever said that I shop at Audi? I don't think so. You must be watching another programme. Daniel, I agree with all that. All the kids I went to school with were all given a stink rating. The boys were always the highest because of all the football sweat. How awful. Claire, couldn't they just dunk them in the disinfectant like sheep as the children come through? I just imagine my great nephews. George, come here. I think that's an excellent idea. The question, I can hear the question you're asking me now. Which one of my great nieces and great nephews needs the disinfectant more than the others? Absolutely no way would I say that. Oh dear. Excuse me a moment. You chatting to each other there? There we are. Anyone nude with us today? Hey, good evening to good morning to our silent viewers as well. I always know you're there. Hello to silent viewers. Parkness, there's nothing wrong with Audi, isn't there? Oh wow. Are you an Audi shopper, are you? Got your tracksuit? Have you ready to go for a little shop today, my love? Have you? I did a duet with LaBelle. She pulled one of my videos out and I did a duet with her, which was quite nice. Have a look at LaBelle's TikTok. She's very, very funny. Oh, actually, I wonder if Lidl have got those hedge trimmers in. I wonder if Audi have got any in there. That's a point. They might have them in there, mightn't they? Yeah. All right. Oh, the latest thing. Oh, here's the latest thing to show your appreciation in the Metro today. Okay, here's the latest thing. So we've got the clap on Thursdays. We had a couple of silence minutes things. We had one on Friday and we had one a couple of Tuesdays ago. And now we've got something else now. Yeah, we've got Shine a Light now. Oh, and I can just hear you all now tomorrow night. Ow, aren't you going outside to shine a torch? Britons are being encouraged in the Metro today to shine a light from their windows to pay tribute to frontline nurses tackling the pandemic on the bicentenary of Florence Nightingale's birth. Nursing leaders have asked the public to show their gratitude by illuminating their windows at 8... Oh, well, my lights are on anyway, dear. My lights are on anyway. Illuminating their windows at 8:30 on Tuesday as a nod. Can you do that? As a nod to the lamp which Nightingale was known to carry. The tribute will be ahead of the nation's 8th Clap for Carers and will mark International Nurses Day. So there's another thing, you see. Now, I'm eternally grateful for all these various different groups of people for doing what they do there. But, where does this stop? Do you see what I mean? So we've got the clap in there. We've had 2 lots of silence. Now we've got a light. What's next? Buses or something like that. The bus drivers all putting themselves at risks, aren't they? They are. What do we do now? Is we going to have something for them? Perhaps we could all blast our hooters. I don't know, 7 o'clock on Wednesday night in thanks for the buses. It just goes on. You see, so much of it now, so much, and they're going to get more and more there. But there you go. So you need to illuminate your window at 8:30 tomorrow. No doubt you'll see them all on here in the chat box. Ow, are you illuminating your window at 8:30? It's like the only thing in their lives are these little snippets of news that they didn't jump on all the time. What's all that about? My lights are on always, darling. Unlike some of you. The lights are on, but there's no one in, is there? Kevin, you have clap tomorrow. No, there's no clapping tomorrow. It's lights tomorrow. See? Even Kevin's getting confused. This is where it all gets confusing, Kevin. All these different things. It's like that whole gay issue thing. Gay used to mean everyone who was like fancied other people other than someone from the opposite sex. It included everyone. Not now. No, you've got to have this whole LGBTQI. Every blooming month, another letter is added because there's a little group of people that don't feel they've been included. But in my opinion, every time you add another letter, it splits the group up. Doesn't bring them together. Oh, so what part are you of LGBTQI? I said, I'm not any part of it. I'm just gay, and that's it. Michael Lawrence sending a £5 super chat there. Thank you, Michael. Let me give you five tickets for as a way of saying thank you for that. I'll give you 5 tickets for Thursday's very special raffle. That's the prize. Oh, it's on the floor. Look. That's the prize for the Thursday Super Chatters raffle. All in the jar, my brand new jar. I'm very pleased with that jar, as you can probably tell. Yeah, that whole LGBT thing, you see, I hate it. I hate it. It's just ridiculous. Every month goes by, they add another letter to it. What's all that about? It splits you up. It absolutely splits you up. I don't like it. Just gay. That's it. Gay includes everyone. Maybe not you, Mick Davenport, but you can join. You can join if you go to the gym a little bit more. It's up to you. Up to you. 107. Let me just do Michael's ticket. There we are. Let's turn that. There we are. There you go. 5 for you there. If it's all right with you, I'll tear them up and put them in later. Still got some stories and bits and pieces to do there. My loves. All right. No, Kevin, this is the Super Chatters raffle. Super Chatters raffle. If you just joined us, this is quite a new thing. Every time someone sends a Super Chat now, for every £1 Super Chat you send, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. So he sent me 5, so he gets 5 of these. This is different to the raffle that we do on Monday. This is the new Thursday one now. Okay? But the only way you can get tickets, as I say, it's a way of saying thank you. So you send a Super Chat, £1, I'll give you a ticket. £5, 5. It also goes if you buy anything. I'll give you a ticket for every £1 that you spend on what's buying, all right? Excuse me a moment. Can you use your phone torch? Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose you can use a phone torch. Yeah, I mean, why not? Just put it up at the window or something like that, I think it is. Adam's still searching for the United Kingdom Talk database. He's looking for the video of me and Jimmy when he was about 7. Would you like the link? Is this the... No, I don't think that's the one he wants. No, he's looking for the one when Jimmy was either 17 or 18 and he turned up here. He turned up here. So, you want a date for that, really? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Is he 22 or 23? I think 4 years ago. He actually turned up here while I was doing a show. He got the keys off my mate's house and just walked up the stairs and walked in. A wonderful moment, I have to say, being visited by my nephew. A wonderful moment, yeah. Right, okay, let's just come away from those messages for a little while, my darlings. Mick Street is lit up most nights with burning cars. Is that right, Mick? Poor Mick. Oh, dear. There's look, Mick. What's he say? Mick, he wants everyone to clap for Mick because he has to put up with the bullying from Chris. So you can't win, really, can you? You know, when I'm not reading the messages, you moan, oh, he's not reading the messages. And when I do read the messages, you moan that I'm bullying you. Oh, I'm just going to put my little screen across the messages for a while and carry on for a while. Rachel's got some white flickering Christmas candlesticks. So I might pop those in the window. I bet they look nice. Take a picture of those when they're on there, Rachel. That sounds very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. I love this story. 5-year-old boy pulled over by cops. What was he doing? In Sky News, it says an enterprising 5-year-old boy who was pulled over while driving his mum's car in Utah told the trooper he was on his way to California to buy a Lamborghini. 5 years old. He was driving his mum's car. The unnamed Utah Highway Patrol officer told a news conference that he initiated a traffic stop on what he thought might be a drunk driver or someone experiencing a medical emergency on the southbound freeway. I hit my siren and the car did immediately pull over to the left. I approached the vehicle and I was expecting to find someone who needed an ambulance or paramedics, he said. It was pretty clear when the window came down that it was a young, very underage driver. The boy was perched on the edge of the driver's seat so he could reach the pedals. By the way, start asking for your raffle tickets now and I'll do those. He said he was intending to drive to his sister's home in California before finding a dealer and offering up his life savings, a whole $3 for an Italian supercar. Current price for the cheapest one is $200,000. Boy's parents were called to the scene where they took custody of their son as well as the car, according to officials. Well, I mean, top marks for trying there, I think. I love that. I absolutely love that story. Any stories like that involve a little bit of thought there by in that case the child concerned is excellent. Terry says the only show night I will be supporting is on Saturday night when I'll be re-watching the Eurovision when the UK won with the song Love Shine a Light. Yes, that's on Saturday night. Some sort of replacement for the Eurovision, isn't it? Yeah, let's just do Michael's tickets now. Put those in there for Michael. Right, 5 there, Michael. Okay. Which I split up. They go in here with all the rest of them. Who's going to win the hat on Thursday? There you go. Put the lid on there. Adam remembers that show. Okay, here we go. Colin K, thank you. Colin K. The numbers are a little bit missy out here because I've been tearing off single tickets and not noticing it. So don't worry if the numbers are not consistent, if you see what I mean. It makes no difference to who wins or anything like that. So Colin K, thank you. 878, Colin. 878 for Colin. Andy, 879. Jason Hughes, 880. Your stuff's in the post, Jason. Pen, was it? Or key ring? One of the two. It's in the post. Everything went this morning. Everything went this morning at 7:30. I'm very pleased with myself about that. Very pleased with myself about that. I like to be way ahead. Do you know what I mean? David Fryer, 883. Write your numbers down, gang. You need these numbers. When we do the raffle again next Monday, you need to know the numbers, okay? Diane Jeb, 884. Diane Jeb. Roy Brownlow, 885. And Peter Wright, 886. Michael Lawrence, 887. Colin Coates, 888. Kevin James, 889. Rachel, 890. 891 for Ross Herndine. 892 for Sprinter Van. Let me just scroll down there, darlings. Where do we get to? Claire, thank you, Claire. 893. Shania, 894. Tony King, 895. Fran, 896. Mick, 897. John Aitken. Hello, John. 898. I didn't even know you were there. Hello, John. Are you relaxing in the sun? Oh, it's a bit cold out there today, as I say. Is that everyone? That seems not many today. Yeah, there's quite a lot of you. Did I miss out a load somewhere? No? Okay. No, it's not there. No. Okay. No. Okay. So all the tickets are done, are they? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. That's it. Tickets are done. If I've missed anyone out, please speak now, my darlings, and I will correct what's gone wrong there. Oh, I know what I meant to say. I was sitting there watching the telly one afternoon, and my Alexa started. Oh, sorry, cancel. My Amazon device started playing music. Has that ever happened to anyone else? I was talking to my nephew's wife, Stacey, about that, and she reckons it might have been hacked. Can they be hacked then? Amazon. I mean, why would you want to hack one of those? What is the point of that? Of what interest would that be to anyone to hack my Amazon device? I don't get it. I mean, you can understand people hacking like bank accounts and things like that, but an Amazon device, for what purpose? Anyway, it just started playing music. There was no alarm set. I said, have I got any alarm set? And she said no. Very strange. Is that happened to anyone else as a matter of interest? Let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on... Oh, hang on a minute. Now, I was hoping to have a little bit of music for you today. It's not come through. It's a video as well, actually. I haven't got it yet. maybe tomorrow, okay? Maybe tomorrow, so fingers crossed with that. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 11th of May, 2020, to Mr. Mike Mitchell, 41 years old today. Happy birthday, young Mike. Happy birthday, Mike. Mike Nesbitt today. Happy birthday, Mike. And two Mikes there. Richard Elliott's birthday today. Hello to Richard. Johnny, is it Kerman? Johnny Kerman, good morning to you. Happy birthday. Grant Bickle, it's his birthday today. Benjamin, hello Benj. Every year when you get this message, shouldn't you? You must look. This must be the highlight of your birthday every year, surely. A message from me. Benjamin Fitzroy Hutton, hello. One of my Belushi's friends. And Raymond Pearson today is 63 years old. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All those birthdays today, happy birthday, boys and girls. Rachel says that's happened to her Amazon device. It just started playing music for no reason. Yeah, it was the one downstairs. Oh, that doesn't happen in my bedroom, like when I'm asleep. Not that I didn't sleep well at all. Well, I did. I don't feel tired. I'm just like sleeping less and less. 2 o'clock, I think I went to sleep after watching all those TikToks, and then wake again at 6. To the point of, I can't be bothered to try and go back to sleep, so I got up, done all the letters and all that. What else of interest there? Never looked there. Dr. Gregorian, MI6 have hacked your devices. I've got nothing they want. I don't think there's any secrets here, I'm afraid. I'm just going to watch the show. Oh, dear. Alrighty, that's it for today, gang. Thanks very much for joining us on the show. Have a nice day. It's a little bit colder out there, but I should still go for my walk. I'm cycling and walking today. I just don't care anymore, dear. So much exercise. I'm at the peak of my fitness. The peak. See you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio.